So now we're going to take a look at the examples. And the first thing we're going to do, Lucky, did you come to say hello? Can you speak? Speak. Oh, good puppy. Okay, go away. That was Lucky the Wonder Math Dog. Anyway, he likes the quadratic formula, so he was really excited. So here we go. Solving this one using the quadratic formula. We have to identify A, B, and C first of all, and it's pretty elementary. So A is 2, B is 7, and C is -11. Make sure it's equal to 0 when you identify A, B, and C. If it had like 4 over here, you'd have to bring the 4 to the other side, and then it wouldn't be 11 here. So just make sure it's equal to 0, and then identify A, B, and C. So x is equal to, plug things in, -7, that's a negative, plus or minus the square root of b squared. B squared is 49, minus 4 times 2 times -11, all over 2 times 2. So it says find the value of the discriminant. So that's kind of simple. That'll be our next step. Plus or minus. This is 49 minus a -88. So 49 plus 88. So that's 137. Anybody tell me if that's correct? 88 and 49. That's a 7. Oh, I'm so right. All over 4. So looking at our discriminant, we're going to have 2. It's positive, so they're not imaginary roots. They are real. And they are, that's not a perfect square, so they're irrational. Because the root of 137 is not an integer. So if we take a look at my little pull-out tab, let's hope I get this right. Value of discriminant, 137. Type of roots, 2 reals, and they're irrational. And if you look at 137, we would try to break this down. I don't know any perfect squares that go in there. So this is our answer. There's 2 solutions. There's one that you would find -7 plus root 137 over 4, and -7 minus root 137 over 4. So if I get my pen back, that is what x is equal to. And that is our first problem. So I'm going to look at the next problem quickly. And first step is to get x, the whole equation, equal to 0. So we have to subtract 16 from both sides. And now it's equal to 0. So now we can go ahead and substitute into the quadratic formula. When I look at this one, I'm thinking I could probably factor this. It's going to factor into x plus 8x minus 2. And so then our answer should be -8 and +2. So let's check it out. We're practicing the quadratic formula right now, so we are going to do this with the quadratic formula anyway. -6 plus or minus the square root of 36, because that's 6 squared, minus 4 times 1 times -16. So over 2 times a is 1, so it's just over 2. Under the radical, 36, and it's minus 64. And 64 would be negative, so it would be minus a -64. So 36 plus 64 is going to be 100. So 6 plus or minus the square root of 100 over 2. So that means we have -6 plus or minus 10 over 2. So the 2 answers come from separating this out. It'll be -6 plus 10, which is 4 over 2. So that's 2. And then it's -6 minus 10, which would be -16 over 2, which is -8. So we did get those two answers. I think factoring would have been faster, but sometimes you cannot factor, so this would be our answer. So there's our first two examples, A and B. I'll pause this, and then if you want to try C and D, those will be in the next video, and then you can play it or you can do them with me, doesn't matter. You can go right to the end and see the answers for both.